All right, we're going to be watching Nhhvhy, Nhhvhy, who's going to be playing Pharah and Sojourn, I believe, and this is going to be on Ilios. And this is Gold 5 on PC. Rank fall off in Season 9, Advice wanted. Hi everyone, I've been pretty consistently high gold / low plat for most of my time playing Overwatch, but this season has been quite rough. 33% win rate, about to drop to silver. Anyone has struggled to keep your rank this season? My last 3 game codes are A, B, and C. I ended up picking the first one. Any advice would be much appreciated. Thanks in advance. Dropping stuff all over my desk. Okay, so I've already seen this replay. Number 1, are your ranks lower on average? I think they typically are because people got squished towards the middle. So, for example, when I play Masters games, almost all the people I play against are GM, right? GM, like top 500, etc. So whenever Masters games do happen to show up in my Masters games, those players get completely rolled. It's not even close. And that has kind of like a downstream effect where that means Masters players are in Diamond, which means the old Diamond players are in Plat, and the old Plat players are in Gold, and so forth, kind of down. It'll eventually sort itself out, and you'll get to roughly what the ranks were previously, but I think that it is certainly an issue in Season 9, or quote-unquote issue, if you consider that. That's the first thing. Second thing is, I received a comment recently that I don't do enough DPS videos, so I've been trying to make a conscious effort to try to do a few more, so I'm going to throw this one in here. We're going to cover the first map, which you lose, and then we're going to skip the second map, which you win, and then cover the third map, which you lose. And we're going to cover some of the basics about Pharah, but also we're going to talk about, for DPS, how do you know when you're doing enough to win, right? Like, looking at your gameplay, thinking, is this enough for me to actually deserve to win a game, or does it feel like I'm doing nothing, or just not enough? And we're going to talk a little bit about that. So, for Pharah, I would say the key things for Pharah are that you're going to have 2 different phases, okay? So you're going to have your poke phase where you're relatively far away and you're shooting and setting up, right? A lot of heroes have that, like, Sojourn, Junkrat, like Symmetra, etc. Like, there's a lot of phases where, like, you have no real credible threat of killing anybody, but you're just poking for ultimate to try to force out cooldowns, slow them down, take space, whatever it ends up being. And then you're going to go to your commit phase, right? So Pharah is kind of weird because she's, like, ultimately actually a dive hero. She has no consistent ability to kill heroes at range, so she's not a poke hero, right? A poke hero is somebody like Ashe. If you leave an Ashe alone, she will kill your whole team. Like, you cannot leave Ashe 30 meters on your flank shooting at you. You can't leave Soldier 30 meters on your flank shooting at you. You can't leave Hanzo or Widow on your flank shooting at you. They will kill somebody, probably within a few seconds, especially as you get higher and higher ranks. But a Pharah, you could leave a Pharah shooting at you for like 3-4 seconds easily. Right? The farther away she is, the less likely it is she's going to hit her rockets, even with great skill, just because there's so much time in between when the rocket's fired to where the target will actually get hit. So she can't consistently get any kills from range, even when she's mercy pocketed. So, as Pharah, once we go into the commit phase, what are we looking for? We're looking for 3 things. Number 1, we're looking for height. Right? We want to be in the air, not only because Pharah has an innate damage resist while she's in the air, it's like 10% or something, but we have the advantage that we don't play in the same field as everybody else. If you imagine, 2 people fighting each other, if you're in the air, people are not going to be looking up. So you get to shoot down on the enemy without them realizing that you're there, right? So that's really good. Which falls into category number 2, which is surprise. So we don't want the enemy to know that we are coming, if at all possible. The fact that we can use our height and mobility, right now, especially now that Pharah has her new dash skill, the fact that we can use our height and our mobility skills to get in position makes us very, very strong at finding an area to surprise the enemy. And the third thing is we want to be close. Okay? And the reason I want to be close, as I mentioned, is even if I have advantage of surprise, I'm very far away from them, I'm not going to get a kill. As soon as they get hit by the first rocket, they're going to turn and be like, oh, I'm getting shot at, and they're going to dodge or go around cover or whatever it ends up being. So I need all 3 elements to be successful when I'm in my commit phase. So again, in the commit phase is when we've decided, look, this fight is on. Like, it's win or die, right? Like, forget trying to retreat, forget trying to play back. Like, we're in a win or die phase. So as we're going to analyze in your Pharah play, we're looking for, hey, look, do you have height? Do you have surprise? And are you close? So let's watch for that. We're going to start at the beginning. So this is the poke phase, right? You're trying to jockey for position. You're trying to figure out, hey, look, what's kind of going on here? You see Lucy over here, fine, fire shot at him, okay, no problem. Just chilling a little bit. Okay, so Reaper's over here. We're still shooting at him. We force out Wraith. Good, right? So we pull back here. We got some ammo here. We got basically, most of our skills right now. We have concussive and we have flight. So what's going to happen here? Well, there's two different ways that people attack Ilios. Number one is that they're going to race to the point right away. This happens often when you're playing against symmetrical lineups. Most lineups, however, will go this way and they'll take gallery, right? This area being gallery. They'll take this space first, use this to loop around this way to cut off this angle, and then take the point. Okay, so basically you have option 1, which is this way, option 2 that's this way. So if it's option 1, this way, I want to be right here so that I can rain down fire on top of them, right? Anywhere here to here, just raining down fire. If they take option 2 to go this way, okay, then where do I want to be? I want to be right here above them, again, raining down fire from one of these possible directions. It's extra good if they don't have any ability to actually realistically hit me while I'm in the air. So, as already established, they are not going for option 1. Nobody's racing towards the point. This is very common, right? The most common route is that they're going to end up taking gallery. It's called gallery, by the way, because there's art over here. So they're probably taking gallery. So, what's our goal? We're trying to fly up here. And then if we play on this side, this is very passive and defensive. If they're pushing into us, if they're like, let's say Orisa, Reaper, Symmetra, yeah, they're just going to run out here and try to kill everybody. Then I can just stay here and I can kill them off freely. But most heroes are not going to do that. Most heroes are going to play safe. They're going to take inside gallery and they're going to rotate out this way. So my goal here is to get over the top, right? Again, with my excellent flight mobility skills, go over here and then drop in on them. Not maybe down low to the ground, but maybe hover here, take a couple shots, right? See what happens, see how they react. If they try to engage in me, I can fly back away. If they don't seem to help whoever's in the back line, then I can kill whoever's in the back line. That's my goal. Let's watch what you do. So, we're in good position, right? You forced Wraith out, right? Here's the Roadhog. He uses Hook. You have an excellent opportunity right now to just boost up, right? And then dash over. I know these are not what the skills are actually called, but it's just way easier for me to say. So, boost up, dash over, right? Look for kills. Here, shoot, 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 right? And I can tap right here if I need to take a break, go back up into the air. That should be what we're doing right now. Instead, remember, we're committed right now. This is the commit phase. We are like, nobody is walking away from this fight alive. Or rather, one team is not walking away from this fight alive. We are like in do or die mode. Number one, I could be attacking any of the heroes out here, right? So that's fine. But I decided to go into gallery. Well, let's think about this. What's happening right now? The Tracer's on my flank, and she's close, and she's burning me out. What's gone wrong here? Well, let's remember the 3 elements, okay? So, the 3 elements are, number 1, do I have height? I do not have height. I'm literally on the ground. Number 2, do I have the advantage of surprise? No, I don't have the advantage of surprise. In fact, I am the one being surprised by the Tracer. Number 3, am I close? Well, I am close. But the other 2 elements are missing, which means that we think about the design of Pharah, right? What makes you good, you're not using 2 of her most important elements, which is the fact that you can fly and you can use mobility skills to come in from a weird angle that they're not expecting. No one is expecting you to come over the top right here and start shooting at the supports or Reaper or whatever. But you just walking into gallery means the Tracer blows you up. Once the Tracer blows you up, you take a ton of damage, and then you're going to die here. This is a 100% preventable death if you understood how Pharah is meant to be played. Okay? You are way too ground-bound right now, trying to just run down main and shoot people. But you are a vertical ambush hero. Okay? If that's the only takeaway, if you can only remember one line from this whole video about Pharah, remember this. You are a vertical ambush hero. Are you vertical right now? Like in the air? No. Are you ambushing right now? No. You're being both A, ambushed on your flank, and B, not surprising anyone in front of you where if they do eat a rocket, they'll be like, oh, okay, ate a rocket, and they'll just hide. So this is just bad news for you all around, right? You really are putting yourself in a terrible position, and as a result, no amount of mechanics is going to save you in this situation. All right, we come back. So what's the deal? We're rejoining, right? 4v4. First of all, why do we fire Conk here? You probably thought Conk is a concussive blast, so you probably thought Conk would maybe knock the Roadhog off the map. First of all, that's not even close. This blast range is what, like this? It's not even close to the distance required to knock the Roadhog off. A. B. Tanks have a lot of knockback resistance, so the Roadhog would have to basically be standing like right here for you to have any chance of knocking him off. This is a waste of an ability. In the grand scheme of things, is it going to make a difference? Maybe, but it's an example of bad habits. And one of the things we need to do in order to climb the higher ranks is we need to develop better habits. Using abilities and getting no value at them is an example of a bad habit. I don't know if you're going to need concussive in the next 7 seconds, but I definitely know that throwing away concussive here for a 0% play is not the key, right? It's not what you want to be doing. All right, bunch of clustered people, right? Try to poke out a little bit. I really don't want to be shooting the tank if at all possible. I think you also have multiple rockets here. Yeah, you still have 2 rockets. Just keep shooting, right? Like, your team's fighting. Just shoot the other 2 rockets. Like, there's no need to reload right now. Just shoot the other 2 rockets. But I don't know what you're chilling for right now. I think you really want to be shooting, right? So Roadhog's out here. Okay, that's fine. I mean, I guess you're rotating for the Tracer right now, but yeah, that was not a good shot to miss. But she sticks the Risa, fine, right? So you trade out DPSs, so it's a 44, so theoretically winnable, but you're in terrible position. So once again, what I want to be doing right now is I want to be shooting the back line. Now, you want to concuss the Roadhog. Let's think about this. Did that feel like it helped you win the fight? Right? Everything should be framed from the lens of, is this helping me win the fight? Is knocking the Roadhog right now from here to here, does that help me win the fight? I don't think so. Like, what difference does it make? It's like, yeah, it knocks the Roadhog into the open a little bit, but the Roadhog probably still has a lot of take a breather left, right? He has a full bar of take a breather. We can't even see the bar, so he's at full health right now. The Risa's certainly not going to be able to poke him down. There's 2 supports here. What's the concussive for? And this is the mentality that you need to adapt if you need to adopt to try to get better, which is, why did I do that thing? You know, why did I make that play, and did it get me the results I wanted? It's like, I play basketball a lot, right? I play basketball casually, and I play with people who are definitely not particularly good at basketball, and sometimes they'll just take the ball and they'll try to pass it, and they'll just pass it to the enemy team. And, you know, there'll be a question, I don't, like, confront them or anything like that, but there's, like, a question there, which is, why did they do that thing? And if somebody asks them, they'd be like, oh, I don't know, I wasn't thinking. The whole point of getting better is you gotta think. If you're not thinking, you're not gonna improve. So, I'm sure what you're thinking here is, hey, look, this concussive will maybe knock him into the open, maybe it'll knock him off the map. But you could see right here that wasn't effective. It both A, wasn't even close to knocking him off the map. Like, even from here, if you conked him, I don't think you would knock him off the map. As long as he was moving towards, like, inland, I don't think it would knock him off the map from this distance. That's how like, weak concussive is against tanks. So A, that. B is, okay, knocked him in the open, but does it seem like knocking him in the open had any chance of getting the kill? I don't think so. So instead of looking for cheeky environmentals all the time, just look for kills with your rockets. I think that people, especially at lower ranks, over-index on environmental kills because they seem fun and easy, etc. But the thing is, you rarely get environmentals at higher ranks because people are super good at understanding what your skills do, how far it knocks them, and they're looking out for it constantly. Does it happen? Of course it still happens. But by and large, people don't get killed by environmentals. Which means if you're relying on environmentals to get kills, forget about it. Your goal should be, how do I kill people with rockets? So, you have various options here, right? But I think it starts with applying spam pressure to the supports before the Reaper shows up, right? Applying spam pressure to the supports, looking to see whether you got an opportunity, then you can dash in, right? Try to kill one, and then boost up, and then apply more pressure this way, forcing the Roadhog back towards the point, which allows your Risa to walk forwards, and you create space that way. Okay. But, so be it. So, right now, the Reaper wasn't here. This is a great example. The Roadhog misses hook, so you got 6 seconds to do whatever you want. That's 6 seconds to dash in and try to kill everybody. That's possible, right? That's what you should be looking for. You get the Reaper low, he drops, okay, fair enough, yep, you disengage, I think that's fine, right? Your tank is dead, there's nothing you can do for the next 15-20 seconds. You can spam a little bit, but otherwise, just most important thing is just not to die right now. So you're walking back over here as though something's going to happen, looking for a conk. Again, I think you spend way too much time thinking about trying to get a concussive kill. Like, if you get it, great, but it's not great value. Again, I would just be looking for regular spam damage right now, farm your ultimate, see if you can force out a cooldown or something else. Reaper forces you out, okay, it's fine. I would drop low right now, just get healed quickly. See, like, you're just wasting time right now because I want to be staying full health so that when an opportunity arises, then I have the ability to go in. Okay? But right now, look, your Torb died, that's fine, right? That's fine, just reset. Tracer's Torb poking you out. Very lucky to not be dead right now. Right? So, obviously things are going to arrive, that's fine, right? For Rally's Force, Blossom's Force, it's fine. Now, here is where opportunities arise. So one of the things that's hard about playing Overwatch is understanding when do I have an opportunity and when don't I have an opportunity and when do I create an opportunity. So right now you have no opportunities, okay? The enemy team's full health. Your team is down 2 heroes right now, I believe. You're down the Torb and the Mortar just died. You're down 2 heroes. Your Life Weaver is low. Not a lot you can do right now. No, even if you replace you with GM Pharah, she's not winning right now. Like, there's nothing you can do. You just gotta chill for a second. But we have this Tracer over here, and because this is low gold, people make mistakes. People make mistakes at all ranks, but the lower you go, the more obvious their mistakes are going to get. So Tracer's going to try to force you out. Okay, great. You boost. That's a correct call. Now, what do I do from here? I don't think, let me escape. I think, let me get the kill. Why? Well, let's think about this situationally. A, I have my Life Weaver who is low. And there's a very good chance the Tracer knows this, so the Tracer is going to try to kill Life Weaver. That's A. B is, I know the Tracer is missing a sizable chunk of her health right now, which means it's very likely she's going to be rewinding soon. If she rewinds, she is vulnerable, and I can get the kill on her. C is, we are very far from her team, which means it's really hard for her to retreat here. Any direction she tries to retreat away from me, like this way, will result in her getting killed by the spawners. If she tries to retreat this way, I could try to chase her down. Tries to retreat this way, which will definitely get chased down. Try to retreat this way, she definitely gets chased down. So the moment that I boosted up here, I think not, hey, I'm in danger of dying. I think, now is my chance to kill the Tracer. That is your opportunity. If you want to be a better player, you need to understand the Tracer has messed up here, and you should go for the kill, because she has no realistic way of killing you here as long as the Life Weaver is alive. So you should go back and you should hunt her. Now, you decide to drop over here. You would hear the rewind right now in the game, which means you need to go help right now. This is a good moment to dash forward and try to see if you can get a kill. I hear the Tracer shooting at my Life Weaver. I should dash forward and immediately apply pressure to the Tracer, because I'm either going to get a kill or save my Life Weaver here. If I die trying to save my Life Weaver, no problem. My Life Weaver's going to die anyway. We're going to be staggered no matter what, right? I knew my Life Weaver was low previously before I boosted, so I know my Life Weaver's critically wounded right now. Just boost forward and try to get the kill. But instead, you're just kind of lackadaisically coming. Again, Tracer's right here, right? You're still not shooting at her. You're just shooting at these heroes down here that have 0% chance of getting a kill. If I asked you, what's your chance of getting a kill here? I'm sure you would say 0, right? You'd have to hit 2 directs and a splash to kill any of these heroes out here, and they would have to not use any of their defensive abilities. There's no way. Even at Bronze 5, I'm not going to kill any of these heroes at this range. It's not possible, right? They're all completely full health. Nobody else is shooting at them. There's no chance, right? But instead, you completely leave your Life Weaver out to dry. And I'm going to show you what this looks like from the Tracer's perspective, okay? Shoots them, right? Shoots you, right? Fine, she goes over here, shoots a little bit, she rewinds, as expected, because she's low, she's afraid of getting hit by a splash rocket, chases the Life Weaver, right? Shoots the Life Weaver, reloads, shoots the Life Weaver again, and finally kills him. Where are you? Now, you could say, oh, why doesn't the Orisa help? Yeah, the Orisa should have helped. But the thing is, this review is about you. It's not about your Orisa, it's not about your Torb, it's not about your Life Weaver. It's about you. What could you have done differently? And again, as I mentioned, the moment that I boosted, I am not thinking escape, I am thinking kill, right? I am thinking this Tracer is way too deep, she's going to have to rewind, let's get the kill. You don't see that. And that is why you can't win games, because you don't see those opportunities. Right? It's not that hard of a read, relatively speaking. Right? I wouldn't say it's the easiest read by any means, but it is a read that you could make. Now, over here, you finally notice, oh look, the Life Weaver's lit, or Life Weaver's dead. You hit the Tracer, pursue, dash over. Like, you're in no danger right now. Your Orisa's here, right? You got a Torb here, you're really far back. Just pursue, because the Tracer doesn't have rewind for another few seconds. Just pursue, force out the blinks at a minimum. Do something. But nope, you go back to, I guess I'll just keep spamming. Like, this spam, again, goes back to, is this spam helping you win the game right now? No, you already have ultimate. Like, there's no, like, if anything, you're helping the enemy build support ultimates. You're not doing anything right now. It's, yeah, I mean, that's the important thing. You got to be able to get kills here. Okay, so, finally, we have a moment. The problem is, our timing is off. We're approaching too early, too soon. Because our team is not actually out yet, in particular, our tank is not out yet. So I can't do anything crazy right now. So it's funny, because I've been talking about dashing all game long. Opportunity, opportunity, opportunity. This is not the opportunity, because you've dashed into 3 enemies when they don't have to look at the Orisa, because the Orisa's still really far back. They can all just turn and look at you and be like, oh, you're going to die. Like, look at this situation. Does this look like, oh man, the Pharah's making a great play? Or does this look like this Pharah is throwing? Right? She literally, like, the Roadhog's not even paying attention to you, and you're still going to die to this. Like, that's how bad this is one of the tanks who has hook on ready, right, off cooldown right now, and you can just interrupt this and kill you instantly. The Roadhog completely ignores you, and you still get killed here. This is a super bad play at a moment where your team really needed you, and all you had to do was be a little more patient, or you could have gone up and then flown over here, right, dashed over here, and then played this side, and look for a later ulti opportunity after your Orisa had gone in. But instead, you decided to go on your timing, not the timing of your tank, not the timing of your team. You decide to go on your timing, and you completely botch it. I would also note, before you pop ultimate, always make sure to fire a rocket first, because it's a free rocket, and that 120 damage can absolutely make a difference between living or dying. There's also some mechanics issues here, but we're not really going to worry about it. Alright, and that's basically first point. I don't think you can get, you can't get a touch after this. Okay, so second point you win. Great, excellent, right? We're not going to cover second point because you won it. So you don't need any help to understand how to win that point because you won it. Alright, so third point. We're going to have here. So let's think about, how does Sojourn work? Sojourn's pretty straightforward. For Sojourn, you're going to do... that's bad color for this background. So, what we're going to do, we're going to farm the tank. Okay, that gives you energy. And then we're going to shoot squishies. Right? That easy. Farm tank, shoot squishy. Farm tank, shoot squishy. Farm tank, shoot squishy. Just keep doing that over and over again. The number one mistake that people make is, instead of shooting the squishy, they shoot the tank. Because the tank is really easy for them to hit, and it feels good to land shots. This is a mistake. This is what costs you games, is when you're shooting the tank over and over and over again. The tank's like, cool, I'll just eat the damage. Oh wow, you did 195 damage to me with your headshot? Oh, I don't care. And they just keep going, and then you lose, and you're like, you don't understand. You're like, wow, I'm cranking out the damage here. Why am I not winning games? It's because you're not shooting the squishies. Your job is to shoot the squishies. Right? Nobody needs you to kill the tank. Your job is to shoot the squishies. So you're going to poke out right here. That's fine. So Roadhog's available. But I think it's a right call here to push out the Soldier, right? The Soldier is definitely a threat to you. But right now, yep, shoot the Roadhog. Great. 100 energy. Let's remember our very basic gameplay loop. Shoot the tank, right? Farm off the tank, shoot, railgun the squishies, right? Farm the tank, railgun squishies. Farm the tank, railgun squishies. So who can I shoot? I can shoot the Reaper right now, right? Or I could go over here and look for another target. I think shooting the Reaper here would be totally legit, though. Right? But if you want to save it, fine. Okay, your team pushed them back, we're good. I don't think this is a great disruptor, because you didn't necessarily know where they would be, but okay. You tried to shoot the Reaper, you missed. Okay, misses happen. I'm not going to dwell on misses. I think that was a relatively easy shot, but, like, it happens. Right? No big deal. By the way, this would be a way better option to throw Disruptor, because I would force him to Wraith form right away. Okay, we got the Mercy here. Now, I see the Roadhog here. I must immediately leave. I cannot wait a moment longer, because if I wait a moment longer, the Roadhog will hook me. I'm going to demonstrate how easy it is right now. He throws a hook here, and he hooks you, and you die. At this rank, maybe it's not a problem. At higher ranks, it will be a problem. Or even sometimes at this rank, it will be a problem. I'm just noting, you must respect the Roadhog hook. But, so, you had this, right? You hit the Mercy, great, excellent. See? This is good. That results in Mercy dying. Okay, now we're up 2, so this should be an easy fight win. Right? Farm the tank. This Disruptor's not going to do very much. Right? Farm the tank. Great, we have charge. You saw the Soldier on the right side of your screen. Just go for the Soldier. See, I saw it right now. And I know it's hard because you tunnel vision, but shot. I saw the Soldier right to the right then. Turn to the right, look at the Soldier, but you dive in here. I think this is extremely dangerous. I think the Roadhog can just hook and kill you right now, easily. Either you or the Lucio should die right now. I think this is reckless to do this before your Mog is in, but you're going to get away with it because, again, I mean, this is low gold, right? There's an enormous margin for error here in many of the things you do because people are not very good. If they were good, they would be better than this rank. All right, we're going in. So we're poking out a little bit. Okay, you ate the trap. Fine, whatever. Again, I don't think you understand how Disruptor Shot works. You should pretty much never be firing in the air like this. You should basically always be firing it at the ground. So this like thing where you use it like a railgun is not effective. Fire it where people are going to be or where they get stuck. Okay, we farmed a little bit off the tank. So this. Right, you kill the Reaper. Juicy Disruptor Shot. This is a great Disruptor Shot, right? This is exactly what we're looking for. Tons of damage. You maybe missed the Mercy, maybe it's Suzud, but either way, it's fine, right? You're chasing her down, get her low. Reaper gets, I think, rezzed into this. Yeah, I think it's unfortunate that you weren't able to get the Mercy kill right now. I think not targeting the Mercy right away is a mistake, but Suzu saves her, and then the Reaper gets rezzed. He's gonna walk into your team. He's gonna ulti. So you're gonna lose this. That's fine. I don't really think you did anything wrong here, other than I think mechanically you should have killed the Mercy. I think I would have killed the Mercy, for example. I would have seen the res coming, but this is not bad, right? They're going to need at least another 10-15% to cap the point. fine, right? We have ultimate here. They popped, what, 2 ultimates right there to win this fight, or 1 ultimate, and they did a hero swap, so fine. By the way, I would slide out of spawn and jump over the top. I think that's pretty much a universal rule of movement, is any movement skills you have leaving spawn, you should use them. Because by the time you're going to engage the enemy, you're going to have your other movement skill. Like, I would slide right now. There's no reason not to slide. You want to get to the front as soon as possible to look for opportunities to get picks. So, Mog is there. Okay, no problem. I think you would hear this soldier, because he's walking around. Like, I would hear the soldier right now and turn and be like, okay, let's take the fight. Right? Slide over the top, put Disruptor Shot between him and the back, shoot him, he probably stays on the Mega, back up, pop Overclock, go out and kill him. See? Like, that's the thing, it's like, you can hear this soldier right here. Right? I have the audio, for the record, why we can't hear him in this. I have the audio at 12%. It's literally 1/10 the sound, like the volume, as it would be in-game. It was very easy to hear the soldier in-game. Like, walking out here, 100% I would hear the soldier running around and be like, okay, I should go deal with the soldier. Because that soldier in her flank is a problem. If you don't deal with him, he's going to go after Lifeweaver. Like this. This can't happen. You can't let this happen. Right? So, it's way too slow to use it. Disruptor Shot, again, pop it at the ground, not against, like, in the air at, like, a 90-degree angle. Or parallel to the ground, I shouldn't say 90 degrees. So, try to chase here. Right? Reaper's here, that's fine. Right? I like this flank to the right, I think that's good. Right? I do not agree with this overclock. So let's track for a second. How many heroes are dead in the opposing team? Let's play it back. So from the beginning, right, from right here, Mercy's dead. So we killed Mercy. So we're in a 5-on-4 situation. Like, we're up by 1 player. So we already have a 75% chance of winning this fight. So over here, there's a soldier. Right? I completely whiff Disruptor. I go out here. Right? I just see the soldier dying from me. Now we're in a 5-on-3 fight. The odds of us winning this fight is about 95%. You should not be popping Overclock right now. This is a huge mistake. You are wasting an ultimate for no reason right now. Think about it. Like, do you think there's any chance that the 3 people clustered together, all low, having used their cooldowns, have any chance of winning this fight? You need to be tracking how many people are alive or dead. With all heroes, all roles, you need to understand how many heroes are alive or dead on each team. It's one of the most important pieces of information that you can track, if not the most important piece of information. There's no reason to pop Overclock right now, right? Everything you do after this would have happened anyway, even without Overclock. I know it feels good to do it, but it is a wrong decision if you care about winning the game. Alright, so, they're going to come out here. So, when my Maga goes in, I go in. So I slide and I jump over here. Why? Because my Maga's in, right? They're not going to be shooting at me when they have a giant, Samoan guy with dual chain guns in their face shooting at them. I'm totally safe if I stand right here. I should go right now. Because my Maga is speeding up the fight by jumping in. When he speeds up the fight, I need to speed up the fight. A sped up fight for me means getting closer to the enemy. Slowing down the fight is playing further away. Speed up your game now. Slide in, play up here, okay? And then pop Disruptor Burst over here in the back line. And then your Disruptor Shot in your great position, right? Now, you get here, like, late, and you'll notice that your Disruptor Shot is not particularly good, right? Again, you fired it, and nobody's really there. Right? You kill the Mercy, okay, good. They pop Visor, great, drop. Okay. Note that if you had Overclock here, you kill everybody. Like, as you're going over, you're like, oh shoot, we're committed. You slide, jump over here, pop Overclock. And while you're over here, you kill the entire backline. Because your aim's not that bad, right? I think with Overclock, this soldier would already be dead by now. But you wasted Overclock, remember? You wasted it doing nothing in the previous fight. That's the issue. So now you're in trouble. So, soldier is pursuing, you slide out. So, you kill the soldier, okay, great, yep, so maybe winnable. Disruptor Shot is not good. This is not a situation where I think, hey, look, I'm going to use Disruptor Shot. Kiriko has so many ways of evading. First of all, it's like not even on target. Second, she can climb out. Third, she can Swift Step out. Don't use Disruptor Shot yet. Just chill, right? Just use your regular, trust your gun to kill people. Don't use a Disruptor Shot unless you have a good opportunity. So, he's back on point. We're going to slide over. Okay, try to farm off the tank, right? Try to kill Kiriko. I think that's generally a good call here, but I think you won't really have momentum to do anything else. So don't shoot the Maga here, right? Don't railgun him. Just regular left click shoot him. Keep the charge and keep circling, looking for another opportunity to actually get a kill. Farm off the Maga. Okay, great. So remember, what's the gameplay loop? Farm the tank, railgun the squishies. I farmed the tank But then I railgun the tank, and as a result, the tank does nothing. The tank's not in danger of dying. I know you look at this tank and be like, oh, he's like a third health, I can kill him. You can't kill him. This is not the way tanks work. They don't die, right? This tank is not even close to dying. Like, there's no moment in time that this tank is actually vulnerable. You see what I mean? Like, you think this tank is killable. You just railgunned him in the face, and he still has 237 health, and he is cardiac alive, and there's 2 supports. The Mercy heals when down, like 60 health a second, plus Kiriko, that's another 75 health a second, that's 135 health a second, plus the fact that he can cardiac, which both gives him health and allows him to regenerate health. He is not even anywhere close to dying at any moment in time. His health is actually going up. And you need to know that. You need to stop shooting the tank. It's not actually helping you. Just shoot the Kiriko, or shoot the Mercy, or do literally anything that's not shooting the tank. Alright, we're gonna die, that's fine. You're still in great position right now, okay? It is 48 versus 97. So you have about 2 fights left that you need to go, and you have ultimate. Right? So basically, if you win either one of those fights, you win the game. So you have 2 chances to win 1 fight, and you have ultimate, should be a good chance of you winning the game. Right? Because the enemy team needs to play perfect from here, because it's at 97%. The enemy team needs to play perfect to win. Another garbage disruptor shot that does literally nothing. Like, you just fire it as though you're like, you don't care. Disruptor shot is a very powerful ability. You can generally tell how strong abilities are based on their cooldown, right? So disruptor shot has like a 13-second cooldown. That's a lot. That's like really, really high for a cooldown, which means it's an important, powerful ability, which it is. You need to time it correctly. You can't just be throwing it randomly. All right, I farmed the charge. Look for a squishy. I shot and I missed. That's totally fine. No problem, right? Misses will happen. Farm, go again. Okay, your Maga pops it here. So at this moment in time, what would I do? I would pop Disruptor Shot right here. There are 3-4 people. Disruptor Shot does 200, like 10, 215 damage. Some insane amount of damage. Oh, against 4 heroes, that's like 800 plus damage. Fire Disruptor Shot right here. This is like literally a game-winning Disruptor Shot if you just fire it right here, right now. But you don't have Disruptor Shot because you wasted it. A, that. B, pop Overclock. Like, your tank has gone in, taken all this space, pop Overclock, kill the backline. Don't shoot the tank, because everybody's going to be pouring stuff into the tank. Just pop Overclock, shoot the backline. So, to be fair, the Maga does trap your team in this, but Disruptor Shot would still land here and at least force them back. But, unfortunate. They pop all the elements, you end up dying. So, you do pop Overclock. The problem is, by the time you pop Overclock, I think that there is no, like, you're way too late now. Like, now you're in the trap, and I can already tell that we're losing the fight. Okay? The tank's been along way too long. The Bastion's alive, which means he's shredding our Bastion, right? We can see that our Bastion has died. There's no reason to be popping Overclock now. It is way too late. Just let them pop their ultimates, go for the last fight. You pop your Overclock and you waste it. So with that, we're pushing into last fight, and we have no ult, which means now we're just relying on luck to win. And you never want to be in this position. Okay, I make this analogy from sports all the time. If you're down, like in basketball, let's say that typical score is, let's say 100 points. Obviously not in regular, like, casual play, like NBA level play, right? If it's 100 to 99 and we're the 99, we're down by 1 point. You're like, oh, how do we score the final basket of the game? My best advice would be, don't put yourself in a position where you need to rely on yourself making a basket on the last possession of the game to win, because you never know what could happen, right? Any sort of random thing could happen. Like, you could slip, your best player could injure themselves, the refs could make a bad call, anything could happen that you could lose. Try to prevent the game from ever being that close to begin with by minimizing your mistakes. At this point in time, you need a lot of things to go right for you to possibly win. Thankfully, you got the first one. Reaper's down. Okay, great, excellent. Farm ulti, yep, you got it. Slide, jump up, shoot the backline. Right? Probably not the Bastion, you're probably looking for the Mercy. I would have looked to get all the way to the top versus here. But they kill your Bastion, unfortunate. Again, I don't know why you didn't just go all the way up top, even right now. Like, this is, I think, problematic. Dropping down here means you get stuck into the Maga. You're running out of time to win this fight. You completely whiffed that one. Now the railgun accuracy is really killing you. You really needed it now to kill the Bastion quickly. That's the Disruptor Shot, once again, does basically nothing. Mercy's low. Alright, Kiriko's here. Great. Just slide out, go back to your Life Weaver, right? Rejoin, give yourself a chance. Right? I think taking that close range Kiriko fight is not a good idea. And you do the best you can, but I mean, there's not much you can do. But again, Overclock completely changes this fight. Right? With Overclock, plus if you actually got to high ground here, if you did slide, jump, right? Got all the way up to here, right? You pop overclock, then you go for the backline, right? Kill the Mercy right away, go after the Bastion, right? Or Kiriko here, kill them. You got a lot of options. So yeah, I mean, I think there's just way too many random factors here, and you just can't get the kills fast enough. So it's not like you played particularly poorly here. I think you played okay, right? But again, there's just too much randomness here, and as a result, you end up losing. Okay. In summary, I would say first thing is your Sojourn's much better than your Pharah play. I would say. I think it's pretty clear to me your Sojourn's better than your Pharah play. Your Pharah play is, relative to your Sojourn, at least 3 ranks worse, I would say. Maybe up to 5 ranks worse. I don't think you understand the core movement, timings, and general mechanics of Pharah well. Like, you don't seem very comfortable with the idea of being in the sky, floating in, and getting kills, and that's going to be a problem for you. So, any game that you play Pharah, you're strongly influencing it to be a loss from your own play. I think your Soldier play, again, is much, much better. I think you carry the second round, right, which we didn't watch, and played well in that one, I think. I can't remember too clearly. And then looking at this third game, I think that you had your opportunities, but you ended up throwing them away. I think your overclocks in particular were really costing you, and I don't think you're putting nearly enough pressure on the back line with your railguns, either because you're just literally not shooting at them because you're shooting at the tank, or you're missing the shots, which is also really hurting you. So, in summary, right, rolling this back, do we deserve to win? Well, I don't know. You basically threw the first point because you did nothing, and if you throw one whole point, it's really hard to come back from that. Like, you do virtually nothing on the first point at all, and then looking at the second point, you played well, right? Well enough, you won that one. And the third point, like, you played fine, but you certainly weren't carrying by any means, which leaves it back to luck and your team to carry you through, which is not a great way to play the game if you care about winning. Okay, I'm going to hold there. Hopefully this was helpful.